Torsion bar and a close ring are in series.
Are you gonna start it?
Yeah. And we got this rings in series.
Okay, guys. The vehicle you're hearing is the new 2023 Bronco DR. Ooh, yeah!
Woohoo! A V8 power! Oh my gosh!
It's basically a Baja racing Bronco that you can buy as a customer. Ford is going to build actually 50 of these. Yes, the price is not going to be cheap. I'll let you know that in a second. But in this video, you heard the engine underneath the hood of this Bronco, which is, you may have guessed, a 5-liter Coyote V8. This DR version of the Bronco is born from vehicles like this, like the Bronco R, a desert racer. But this Bronco is actually something you can buy. They're gonna have about 50 of these available for customers starting in the late 2022 timeframe. And as you can see, this is a full racing vehicle with a roll cage, custom body. Under here is where the V8 engine is. That's the 5-liter hiding, lurking underneath that hood. And this has a fully custom built suspension just for this Bronco. It's based on the 4-door, so you can see kind of the longish wheelbase on this Bronco. It's sitting on 37s, has custom bumpers, but basically factory grille and factory headlights. But this was a big surprise also for me. Underneath the suspension system, this is Multimatic DSSV position sensitive spool valve shocks, but these are the most massive ones I've ever seen. Obviously, Multimatic spool valve or DSSV, you can find them on many racing vehicles, including Mustang GT4, other high performance racing vehicles for the track, also some vehicles for the street, like the Ford GT racing car, for example. You can also find this technology underneath some of the Chevrolet trucks. For example, the Colorado ZR2 or the Silverado ZR2 that's coming out, and also the GMC Sierra 84X. But these shocks are just massive. This video, of course, is part of our TFL Insider series, TFL SEMA Insider. I'm here just outside of Las Vegas at Bronco Off Rodeo. And this is a location where customers of Broncos can come and experience some off-roading. Here's the side-mounted pods to direct air towards the radiator in the back, just so it's protected for off-roading. The interior, as you can see, is a combination of production and racing. I'll show that to you in a second again. In the back here, of course, basically a custom-built roll cage. You can see some of the fans for the radiator. Of course, the fire suppression system is part of it. You got fire extinguishers, basically production tail lamps as well. You can you already saw the axle. There you go. You can see the rear differential. It's got front and rear lockers, height limit straps for when this thing is in the air. Once again, massive shocks. Here you go. I'm sorry, there's a lot of action happening here. But here you can see basically racing setup steering wheel, racing seats. I think it's at least a 4-point harness, maybe a 5-point. Here you can see some custom switches, some extra switches on top. Production level shifter. You've got, of course, your battery disconnect and connect. You've got the fire suppression system. Yes, it's a true racing vehicle. Of course, you even have your mirrors. This vehicle will be at the Baja race actually later this month. And like I said, customers will be able to get it at the end of 2022. pricing will be around mid $200,000 level, so maybe $250,000, somewhere around there for this entire package. They'll be building 50 of these, like I said. The engine is at least 400 horsepower. It's a V8, of course, 5-liter, like I said. It's carrying about 65 gallons of fuel. You can add your livery to this. And the racing weight is around 6,200 pounds, Ford says. So there you have it. This is part of TFL SEMA Insider Series. Here's a personal look at the brand new 2023 Ford Bronco DR Desert Racer. And go back to tfloffroad.com and of course tflcar.com, tfltruck.com this week for all the latest news from SEMA.